Thursday's Independent now, and an Orwellian masterclass from the Chinese education system, Leo.
So China is apparently rewriting school books in Hong Kong to teach students that the city was never a British colony. So it was a British colony for 99 years before it was given back to China. So instead of saying it was a UK colony, the Chinese government is going to say that it never recognised the 19th century treaties that ceded Hong Kong to Britain. And the ruling Communist Party maintains that the agreements signed were unequal treaties. And I should imagine they're not going to be teaching much about Tiananmen Square or Tibet or the plight of the Uyghurs.
This is a bit of I don't quite understand what they hope to benefit from this, if any children were to ask awkward questions, because it was under British rule throughout that time. There's no escaping that fact.
For those kids, they don't know that.
But the point I'm making is, if it were under British rule for 99 years and the Chinese government saying we didn't recognise those treaties because they were unequal treaties, well, that simply means that they were cowed into submission by the military force, the prestige of the British government. They didn't feel able to challenge it, despite the fact that it would, if anything, it would be more humiliating.
But although that could work in their favour, because they're saying that's why we need to be strong now, so that never happens, that humiliation. Because I know it is a big deal in China, that humiliation, and they vow that that's part of what drives them forward is this feeling that they were left behind, or that they were sort of subjugated almost by the West.
They were unequal treaties. I mean, the Opium Wars, you could certainly make a case that were a very immoral business. You know the history of it. It was fairly extraordinary. They basically, the Chinese had a huge balance of trade deficit, or a surplus rather. They were winning the balance of trade war. They were getting loads of British silver because we wanted all their silk and fancy luxury goods in the mid-19th century.
We were just getting NFTs.
Exactly, we were getting monkey face. So we basically, the East India Company started creating opium in Bengal, I think it was, and then just shipping it straight up to China, getting loads of Chinese hooked on it, and it reversed the balance of trade direction. Amazing. And we got all our silver back by literally getting the Chinese hooked on opium. I mean, it was extraordinarily...
we were so smart.
I know.
Oh, my God, the British Empire was amazing. How can anybody criticise it?
It's not often acknowledged, I don't think it's adequately acknowledged, that the Chinese have essentially... They have had their revenge in the last 10 or 15 years by getting us addicted to cheap plastic. It is
You're
exactly
not supposed
the same thing.
Don't smoke it, mate.
Anyway,